All right, guys, this is a Genius, and this is my journey in game. And today I'm going to review some of the highlights over the whole month of January, since it's been almost a month since I've done one of these. And basically, I'm going to recommit myself to put these out every week, but I'm going to change it up a little bit on the format when I log my journey in game. So basically, uh, I want to start off by telling you that I found a new, I guess, online mentor. If you notice this guy on the back on the TV that I have, he goes by the name of CT Fletcher. This guy is basically a bodybuilder and a power weightlifter, and he's he was little known because not many people follow weightlifting champions, but this guy's story is really good, and the way he motivates you in the gym is something that I found amazing, and he's inspired lots of people to get ripped and get jacked up in the gym, and I'm seeing how I can apply his motivational skills in game. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And basically, he's got this slogan that he has abbreviated on his clothes that he sells online, his clothing line. Basically, it says that no matter what, it is still your set, meaning that no excuses. And of course, he adds a little profanity into it, but since that's not my style, I just like to say that he emphasizes that no matter what happens when you're in game, or what happens when you're supposed to go to the gym and work out and train, you cannot submit yourself to any excuses, because it's still your set. In other words, at the end of the day, no matter what, whether it's pulling off that last rep, or talking to that last girl, or going after that complicated set, mix set, whatever, it's still your set. You still got to do it. And if you want to get good at it, that's the attitude that you have to have. So anyways, basically, my goal that I set for the month of January is, and I won't change it until I reach it, is basically to pull two girls in 1 month. And of course, I failed at that. However, I did come pretty close, but I take responsibility of not reaching those goals, because that's going to push me harder to try even better for the month of February. Because the month of February, it's the same goal, two girls. And basically, like CT Fletcher says, it's still your set. So I still got to do it. And basically, instead of playing some audio clips that are going to sound distorted and you won't be able to make out pretty much what the person is saying, I'm just going to quickly highlight some of the sets that I did encounter and what I learned from them. And then what I'll do in future videos like this is that if I do reach a particular goal in the set, in other words, I do, for instance, pull a girl or something like that, or get real close, then I will evaluate the audio and the video that I record, and if it's worth putting out there, then I'll go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I'll just do like I'm doing tonight, which is basically just quickly reviewing the highlights and telling you what I learned from it. I think nowadays in the pickup community, the online pickup videos that you see, you either see pickup videos that show some infill video footage, but most of it is just collecting phone numbers. And then you'll see some that go all the way from open to close, but those videos are very few and far in between. And then because it's very difficult to do, a lot of guys, they might only put out one of those kind of videos once every few months or something like that, or a few times a year. And it's not enough for guys to just constantly pay attention to audio or video footage of guys just collecting phone numbers. It's good lessons or good proof for guys who are getting into this game, but for somebody like myself who or intermediate guys who been in the game for a while and they are trying to see guys perform at a higher level, usually those videos are fewer and far in between, and so I will reserve those videos or those audio clips for when I'm able to accomplish that level of game. Now, I'm still going to save all of my audio and video footage regardless, because this leads me into the project that I've been mentioning over and over again in past videos, that I'm going to go ahead and announce to you what it is, because after thinking about it, I didn't see any reason to keep it a secret any longer. But what it is that it's going to be an app that you can download to your phone, and it's going to be a training app that will help guys who are practicing game by themselves, whether they're in a club or a grocery store or doing day game. They basically will have these exercises that they can download to their phone, or they can add their own exercises and basically inspire and motivate themselves to practice game until they get good. And the reason why I am going ahead and announcing this before the product is even finished is because what I'm doing now with these videos in my journey in game is to prove along the way that the various exercises that I'm doing in my own practice will work, and that once I get to that level to where I'm comfortable enough to say, okay, I have this particular training method to be successful, then I'm going to allow the public or any guy interested in learning game to be able to download my training method, and then that way he'll be able to use the same method and become as successful as I have, based off the proof from my own experience in game. So, and then what I would do in the future is have all that archived audio and video footage of failures and non-successful interactions there for at some future date, if someone wants to study in detail how I became successful in the game, then they can dig those up, or I'll make those available for those who are interested. So basically, this project is going to incorporate what I'm doing now in game, and then also what I tend to do in the future. And once the app is finished, I'm first going to release it for free, because I think that there's so many products out there in the pickup community that basically charge for information that is already available for free. And since I'm late coming into the pickup community with the new product, I don't see how I can justify charging for a product initially when it'll just be competing with so many other different products out there already. So, but what my strategy is that if you look at say any online product, whether it be something that some website offers, or even when Google, when they started, they offered certain things for free, and then next thing you know, once it became popular, then they started charging for certain products. That's my strategy. So after this app is made available for free and it becomes tried and tested and very popular to the point where people will demand it and demand more features added to it, then I will change to a more exclusive type of arrangement or access to it by charging. And but that's a long ways off, and I think nowadays anybody who wants to start their online business has to be realistic and realize that you have to first prove yourself before you can charge for any product or any service, because there's just too much competition out there, and there's a lot of garbage and a lot of products that don't work and promise a magic pill, and that's not what I'm about. I'm about proving first to myself and then to whoever else is interested, and then from there you can start charging for your expertise. So anyways, this app will do what I'm already doing now based off of what I'm learning from my trainer at the gym, and also these mentors that that I find online. And that is basically logging your progress. And so if you look here, I have my pickup logs, and basically I log everything that I do in the field, and I've came up with names for all the different exercises that are based off everything that's already taught in the pickup community, and just broke them down into exercises. And then what I also have done is basically, depending on if the girl is an 8 or 9 or whatever it is, she's on the 1 to 10 scale, put that down as the weight, and then for the set, put initial down as if it's a mixed set, that means there's a guy and a girl in the set, or if it's a single set, that means the girl is by herself, or if it's a group of girls, put a G for girls. And then for the reps, I put how many times I did one of those types of sets. So for instance, on one of these dates, I did 2 sets. One was a all-girl set, another one was another all-girl set. And then I have one here, a mixed set, and then another all-girl set. And as you notice, I'm still not doing that well in game and practicing my game, because there's not that many sets, which brings me to the point of why I'm doing these logs. Because when you write down every night or the next day how many sets you opened the night before and what happened, or what exercises you were able to practice in those sets, the paper can't lie. This right here is the truth. There's nothing that you can tell yourself that, oh yeah, I did so many sets and I felt good because this happened. No. You write down exactly what you remembered in that set and what exercise you were able to accomplish in that set. And then this will let you know where you are as far as practicing your game and what improvements you need to make. Then if you go to this paper here, I have how many sets I've done in one day, and then I log that, and this kind of gives me a graph. So here, like this, they only did 2 sets. The next night I did 4 sets. The next night I did another 4 sets, but the next night after that I only did 1. And then I did 3 the next night after that, so on and so forth. And you see that I'm not very consistent. I'm going up and down, and I'm still not having that many sets. Having a lot of sets, especially for somebody like me who goes out at least 3 times a week, I need to have at least 3 to 4 sets a night. This will bring me up somewhere here to the 16, 17, 18 sets for one night, and that's going to give me more results. So my goal, as far as this graph is concerned, is to get this number of sets higher. And just like training in a gym, which I just downloaded templates from training logs for a gym, you can set yourself the goals that you want to make. So my goal right now is to increase the number of sets. And I'm realizing just how lazy I am by not doing that many sets. Now, I have a lot of reasons for being lazy, but they're excuses. And this is why I like this online mentor I found, C.T. Fletcher, who says, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's still your set. So you can make all the excuses you want, but at the end of the day, and I'll just go ahead and say it like Fletcher says it this one time, but he says basically it's still your MF set. It's your set that you got to still do. And last night when I went out, I basically was intimidated by this one set because there was these group of girls that the target was constantly being surrounded by her friends, and I had seen this so many times, this type of set, and I had even had an idea of how to go about opening a set like this, and but I wasted the whole night trying to figure out, should I use this new method to try to accomplish this set or not? And basically, what I figured is that at the end of the night, I remember what C.T. Fletcher said, and he said no. He said, go ahead and open the set. And so that's what I did. And what I did was the opener basically was to ask the friends permission to talk to the target. And that's what I did. But interesting enough, as soon as I went for the friends immediately stood to the side and let me talk to the target. So it wasn't even that big of a deal at all in the first place. I don't know why I was thinking it was a big deal. So, but anyways, the set blew out anyways because it was at the end of the night and we were talking and they were trying to kick everybody out of the club, and it just put another problem on me that I didn't really want to deal with, so I ejected. So, but again, I wouldn't have probably done that had I not had the motivation from first logging my sets and then also having someone like C.T. Fletcher in the back of my mind saying, it's still your set, you still got to do it. You know, you're not going to let the club close without you opening up this last set. You got to do it. It's still your set. So, that's basically that about the logs, and then also the training logs too. See, I also have a log here for my gym training, and that brings me to another point that I want to make, which is that when I first got into going to the gym, I just wanted to get fit and get ripped, just to kind of, lose some weight really, and to have better overall fitness. But I realized that was more of an average goal for me. And C.T. Fletcher talks about how you should forget trying to be average. Just be better than average. Be the best you can be. Be better than anyone out there. Be the best in your field, and don't ever accept just being average. And so now I'm like, and I've always been a competitive person, so this kind of fits right up my alley. But Now I'm taking the gym more seriously. I want to take it to the next level. Now, instead of just saying I want to be fit, now I want to be able to bench press 300 pounds. Right now I'm at 225, but I want to get up to 300. And these guys here, they're up to 400, and even beyond. Some of them are breaking world records up to 600 pounds, 700. I mean, I think 700 is just like world records. But anyways, but my goal is to get to at least 300 pounds by the end of this month, and I think I can do it. And I want to have this physique that is way above average. Now I'm looking at myself like, hey, I think I can be kind of this real muscular, strong guy that's physically intimidating, but at the same time very attractive. I mean, let's face it, women are attracted to guys who look strong, who've got a lot of muscles. I mean, and the reason why is because they look better than average. It's not because, this guy is trying to show off. I mean, any hot girl wants to be with the champ, with the guy that looks the best, that has the best game, that knows what he's doing when he's in a club. She can go for anybody, but why would she do that when she can have the very best? So it's up to you, if you want the very best, to make yourself the very best, so that when you match up, it's a no-brainer. I'm noticing that the more physically fit that I get, the more women are attracted to me, and it just makes my game that much more easier. I could sit back and say, oh, well, I don't need to do all that in order to make my game easier, but I would be stupid for that, because it's actually hard work to make your game easier. Because look where you're having to put all the effort in. You're having to put your effort in getting yourself into better physical shape and basically be way above average. So I'm realizing that it's okay to have the best physique possible, make as much money as possible, and basically have the best game possible, because that puts you in a category that is in an elite category, way above the average. And when you go and you try to approach that hot chick, she is automatically going to be attracted to you simply because she knows, just by looking at you, that you are above average. You are at the top level, the type of guy that she's already knows in her mind that's what she goes for. And so that's my new philosophy on that. And I know that sounds egotistical and cocky and so on and so forth, but I think there's a place for your ego, especially if you're a person who's very competitive and you like to compete. You need this, like Will Smith says, this delusional mentality about yourself, that you can do the impossible, that you can do way beyond what normal average people can do. And that I feel is what I feel is more comfortable with the way I view things. And so, because picking up girls that's it's just, I don't know, that's just the fun part. The way I see it now is I'm looking at the whole pickup community as kind of another sport, and the older I get, I can still play in this sport and be able to prove that I just get better. It's kind of like the game of golf. You got older guys playing that sport, and yet they just get better as they get older, more experienced. So pickup to me is like one of those types of games. So basically, that's how I'm starting to look at things now. And And like I said, from here on out, I'm going to be putting these journals out and basically go with that type of format where you're going to see audio and video clips of only interactions that are way beyond just getting phone numbers, and basically also audio and video clips of me working out at the gym when I reach certain goals that I want to reach in bodybuilding, because my overall aim is to show guys that somebody like me who was over 20 years ago crushed by some girl who said I wasn't physically attractive, go from that to, and I'm not ashamed to say this, but to become, at least that's my goal, the best pickup artist of all time. And I just want to be able to prove that and help guys along the way who have the same goal in mind. So anyways, that's all I have to say about that, and that will end my journey in game for January, for the month of January. And like I said, I'm going to recommit myself to coming out with these types of videos every week. So until the next video, keep taking action.